What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk about Faraday Future, tickers FFIE. They did have some pretty epic news that came out on Friday. I want to break that down, what it was and what might be coming next. Before I get into any of that, make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Always greatly appreciate that. And with that said, let's get right to it. So based on Friday, it did go up 1.95%, a lot of volatility. So 29 cents the high, 26.30 the low. A lot of volume for a Friday. So 16.51 million shares have been traded. 12.88 is the average. And based on the news that did come out, I would have anticipated it to go up significantly higher than this, but the broader market was pulling back quite significantly on a lot of stocks that did run the couple days prior. So I think Faraday was just getting dampened based on that. But the news that did come out was this. Faraday Future continues actions to protect stockholders against potential illegal trading activities. So they refer to the original news that came out in October, where it says that they did engage the services of Shareholder Intelligence Services, LLC, which is a leading public company service provider to obtain, aggregate, track, and analyze stockholder trading information that will initiate investigations into potential illegal short selling. So I think that was a fairly good thing. Obviously, from October the 15th, when this came out, up until today, they did hire a new VP of legal. So once again, I felt like that was more correlated to a potential lawsuit coming out against the legal actions of the short sellers and whatever else. But based on yesterday's news, it does say that they engaged the services of Share Intel. So that's something that stood out to me, the fact that it was a different company than previously stated. So maybe they weren't satisfied with this company, so the Shareholder Intelligence Services. So they went with Share Intel. And in here, though, it says, to date, Share Intel's dry down analysis has identified reporting imbalances in Faraday Futures shares that may be material to Faraday Futures public float and average daily trading volume, meaning there is synthetic shares, aka naked shorting, whatever else. And it says these imbalances may be a byproduct of non-compliant or illegal trading activities and may indicate that certain traders have sold but failed to deliver a significant number of shares of Faraday Futures common stock. So in here, though, they don't really call anyone out. There is a very comparable company to this, and that is Mullen Automotive, tickers MULN. So in their case, they did call out it was TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, and I believe it was Fidelity, or I guess Fidelity was a subsidiary of them. But regardless, I feel like this is a very good move for Faraday. On Twitter, they did post this, saying that we've completed the first phase analysis of identifying potential illegal trading activity, and we're taking additional steps to help mitigate such activity with Share Intel Services, Intelligence Services, LLC. So maybe this is the same institution as this, just worded differently. Who knows? But still, regardless, I feel like this is a very good thing for Faraday, and clearly it's the first of many steps. So maybe in the foreseeable future, potentially as early as Q1, you are going to see a lawsuit against some of the named parties that might be causing these imbalances. So who knows? A lot of things are happening at the same time. The SEC transparency rule is going to be kicked in. Some people have commented that I guess the actual enforcement ruling won't be completed for the greater part of, I guess, 2024. But no matter what, the SEC might be cracking down on a lot of this imbalances and illegal trading and whatever else. So I really was excited about this news. Like I said, with this, I feel like it should have went up significantly higher, because when they did announce this news in October, the stock price ran up like a good 15, 20, or maybe even 30%. This was a crazy day. So in reality, I would have anticipated the same for yesterday's news, but who knows? Let me know your thoughts on that. Keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. You guys always do your own due diligence. So do you think that Faraday is going to start a lawsuit against some named parties, or do you think that this is going to stop? What's your take on that? Speaking on shorting and illegal activities and whatnot, I'll go over what shorts did on Friday. So shorts did return 309.38 thousand shares. 50.08% of the free float is being shorted. 50%. That is crazy, crazy high. But that does work out to be 27.5 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost to borrow average is 17.41%, a little bit higher compared to Thursday. Through the interactive broker, short availability does indicate that there is 0 shares available to be shorted. So Faraday definitely could be one of those stocks that could have a short squeeze play, or it could be a squeeze play. And on my channel, on this channel exactly, I do the top 5 squeeze stocks plus 1 bonus. I definitely feel that Faraday might be that plus 1 bonus. You never know. Definitely has the criteria to do that, and having a 50% short interest is absolutely insane. Based on the options activity on Friday, $18,000 in calls being purchased versus $10,000 in puts. So overall from Friday, 74% of all the options activity was bullish. Of the call options that were purchased, it looks like there was a large consensus around January the 16th, 2026. So who knows, maybe there's some correlation with that, maybe not. We'll just have to sit tight and wait. Obviously, I have been bringing up the last couple of times, most likely next week there is going to be a delisting notice sent by the NASDAQ once again, only because Faraday has been trading below $1 for close to 30 consecutive trading days. And I believe next week will be that 30 consecutive days completed. So once again, even though Faraday just did a reverse stock split to rectify that, they might be doing another reverse stock split in the foreseeable future. So who knows, we'll just have to wait and find out as a result of that. But let's talk on technicals. So with it at 26.70, it is trading between this S1 and the pivot. So around 31 cents is going to be the next strong resistance that you'll want to watch for going into next week for it to break above. And then 25 cents almost is going to be that next strong support. Once again, you'll want to watch that to hold going into next week. So there's a lot of volatility coming in the foreseeable future. You just have to anticipate that, especially based on the fib levels. These gaps are very wide. So that does mean that there's going to be a lot of volatility. So you just have to be comfortable with that. And even though there most likely will still be that delisting notice that does come out next week, that will cause more so a downtrend, because if it does break that 25 cent mark, then it could potentially go down to around 21.5, and that would be a new 52-week and all-time low for Faraday. So we'll just have to sit tight and wait. When it comes down to this though, oddly enough, number of retail investors have been slowly getting back into Faraday, as you can see based on the momentum indicator. Looking at stochastic, it is at 12. You do have a nice deviation, so black line above the red showing a nice bullish sentiment, but with it being at 12, it is considered very oversold. So usually if there's a good piece of news that does come out, such as what came out on Friday, stocks such as this tend to run. But like I said, there's just a lot of manipulation. Short interest is at 50%. So shorts are so much ingrained in Faraday. Like, it will take a lot of big institutional investors to cause a nice rally with Faraday and for it to actually stick. So once again, Faraday definitely has a little bit more pain in the future. Hopefully they do launch a lawsuit against some named parties that will help get some money and a lot of other things. So let me know your thoughts on Faraday. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Always greatly appreciate that. And give yourself a shout out. Have you been buying? Have you been selling? What have you been doing with Faraday? One final thing I just wanted to share with you. Take advantage of this promo only up until December the 31st. Link in the description below and also the comments. Sign up for an account with Moomoo. Throw $100 at it and you get 5 free stocks. Each stock can be valued up to $2,000. One of the best deals on the market. So like I said, link in the description below and also the comments. So with all that said, I appreciate all of you watching.